Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's video newsletter is going to be, how do you find out what your purpose is? In other words, what is your purpose in life? What are you here for? What are you here to accomplish? Who are you here to be? Who are you here to become? I got this is actually a really short email from somebody that apparently reads my articles, and she says, how do you find your purpose in life? So it's a very simple question. And so the simple answer is, the best place to start is if you have asked good quality questions of yourself, then your brain must come up with good quality answers. And what I found about discovering your purpose in life, what it is that you're here to do or what you're meant to do, is by following your heart. And for many people, like myself included, maybe I was different, but when I was younger, I had a real good, clear idea what I wanted in life. When I was 18 and I was graduating from high school, I decided I wanted to buy, fix, and sell single-family homes to make a profit. I fell in love with watching This Old House when I was a little kid. And I just thought that was the coolest thing, to take an old rundown house and fix it up and turn it into something new. And so I chose to go to college for that, to get a Bachelor of Science in Construction Management, which is an engineering college degree. And so that at the time was what I thought my purpose was. But what's interesting is, one of my coaches said this to me years ago, and he said, the reason why you think you're doing what you are doing right now is not the reason why you're really doing what you're doing right now. And the point of that being is that whatever's going on in your life, whatever life circumstances that you have happening right now, are things and events that are going to shape who you are, and also what your model of the world is, and what your outlook on the world in the future is, and your ability or inability to manifest and create the things that you want in your life. And so one of the things you may have heard me talk about before is that if you want to be good at something in life, whether it's your job or your career, your profession, your purpose, whatever it is that you have to do something that you like. And for people that are just going, I am 40 years old and I still don't have a clue what the fuck my purpose is, I've talked to plenty of people like that. I talk to people that are 18 years old and they're trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives. So like I started to say earlier, is that the quality of your life is in direct proportion to the quality of the questions that you consistently ask yourself. So if you want to know what your purpose is in life, let's start asking yourself good questions, such as, what is my purpose in life? I want to discover what my purpose is in life. It sure would be nice if I could figure out or discover what my purpose is in life. And those are the things you have to say to yourself. I've got a client of mine who is a police officer who's going to be retiring in about 5 years. But one of the things that he and I are really working on now is helping him figure out what he wants to do with the next chapter of his life once he retires from the police force. He likes fixing up houses, but he also likes fixing up old cars. And he's talked to people that have businesses in both. He's done both in the past. He's actually doing a car remodel project right now as we speak. And it's kind of his first dry run to see if it's something that he wants to do as a business or it's something as just a hobby. And so discovering your purpose is a process. It's something that you're going to go through. I think very few people are going to just all of a sudden flip a switch and say, I know what I'm supposed to do with my life. I think the average person, it's really a process of discovery. I mean, look at me. I'm a life coach now. And yet 20-something years ago, I went to school for construction management, and I was consumed with real estate and construction. And these are things I still love and I still enjoy to do, but they're not my primary focus in life. Really, it's another creative outlet for me because I love to build. I love to renovate things. And that's just something I enjoy doing, but it's no longer my full purpose. And when I look back on my life and who I was, and even talking with my dad about this, is that for whatever reason at a young age, he and my mother figured that I was going to be a leader of some kind just because people, for whatever reason, naturally looked to me to figure things out. And what does the word lead mean? It means to go first. It means that you're out there in the front lines figuring things out before everybody else is. And when I look at my life, at how I structured my businesses in the past, like when I got into the real estate and mortgage industry, what I was doing is I was taking people right out of college and mentoring them and teaching them not only how to sell real estate and mortgages, but also how to be a well-rounded and successful human being, how to strive for things and set goals and achieve the goals that you want in a reasonably quick period of time, or the quickest possible time as possible. So if you're wondering what your purpose is in life, the best place to start is to start focusing on your heart and the things that you like. Hobbies. Like my client that I was telling you about, he likes real estate. Make a list. He likes real estate. He likes fixing up cars. What is it that you like to do? Do you like cooking? Do you like preparing good meals for your friends and family? Is that something that's just a hobby, or does that mean that you're going to have a restaurant someday or get in the restaurant business? Those are things that, like I said, it's not a process. It's usually something that you will arrive at, because everything that's happening in your life right now today is going to shape and determine who you are in 5 years, who you are in 10 years, and who you are in 20 years. And by asking questions and saying, I want to figure out what my purpose is, and you start gravitating towards and exploring things that you like and your interests, it's write them all down. It's a type of thing that you ask yourself, I love it so much I do it for free. I mean, I started writing and giving out information for free over the past several years when I first got into the life coaching business. And it's a great way to educate people, and a great, as you're helping people for free, they realize, wow, this shit really fucking works. And that's why I do these videos and these articles, because some of them are from my clients and some of them are from random people that are located all over the world. It's stuff about all kinds of topics. So the point being is that you take in knowledge and you go explore things. It's like if you think, okay, well, I want to be a restaurateur, or I want to build houses for a living, or whatever it is, then go find people that are already successful at doing what you want to do. Like there was a period of time when I was in my early 20s, when I was in the construction industry, where I was working for a developer because I thought, I'm going to be a developer someday. I thought that's what I wanted to do, but I didn't know the business of being a developer or taking a big tract of land and dividing it all up. But it was something that I explored, and I purposely chose to go work for a company that was a developer because I thought that's what I ultimately wanted to do. But I explored it. I loved construction, and through the years, I've had several businesses in the construction and the mortgage industry. I have my general contractor's license. I have my real estate broker's license, and so you explore things that are of interest to you, and whatever your purpose is today, it might be something totally different 10 or 15 years from now. Because as you grow and you learn more and you become exposed to other people that are at levels of success that are far ahead of yours, and then you become friends with them and you get to know them, and they share how their business works with you, they share how they invest their money with you, they share their business model with you, they share how they look at creating business or creating value, and that will help shape who you are. You may even gravitate to an industry 5 years from now or 6 months from now that you didn't even know existed, and that may just be a burning desire that develops. So the simple answer to your question of how do you figure out what your purpose is you got to start asking yourself a lot of questions, and you got to explore things that you like. Make a list. Maybe you like working on bicycles or motorcycles or cars, or renovating houses, or you love numbers and maybe you're meant to be a financial trader or a stock trader or an accountant or bookkeeper. The key is to start to explore these things, look at how much money you could potentially make in it. But the important thing is you got to do something that you love, because if you're doing something that you're really excited about, you're going to be really good at it. And if you've chosen something that you're not really aligned with, you're not really congruent, when things aren't going well and it doesn't look like it's going to work out, you'll look around at other things you can do. You can say, well, I can struggle in this, creating this business out of thin air that I've been working at for, say, 3 years and it's not making me any money. Or I can go get a job working at this company and get paid X amount of dollars. And the person that chooses to go work at that other company and then just blows off this other thing that they've been working on for 3 years, that they either gave up on it or their heart wasn't really into it. And that's the key. That's where the passion comes in, because you got to have a passion for it. Even if you don't have a passion for anything, or you have a passion for a lot of things, then explore those things. Look at those things. Look at people that have made and study them. Get to know them. Talk to them. Read their books. people that have made successful multi-million-dollar businesses or industries out of the things that you're interested in, so you can get ideas. The key is not to go out and copy something that somebody else has done verbatim and try to be a clone of it, but to take little pieces of what everybody else that's in the industry that you're interested in is doing successfully, and take the pieces that you like, that you resonate with, that you feel good about, and find a way to add value to people's lives, whether that's in the form of being an employee for somebody, or that's in the form of creating a business from scratch, or writing a book, or whatever. You have to explore these things, and you have to try it out. And on one last closing thought I want to leave you with is that when you start out on something, it's just like whether it was a real estate company that I started, or a mortgage company that I started years ago, or a construction company, or an investment company that I started, or this life coaching business. It's like once you start on that journey, and you know where you want to get someday, but the process, what you're going to have to go through to get there, and what that thing or that vision or that business ultimately looks at in 5 or 10 years when it's banging on all cylinders and making you millions of dollars, I guarantee you it's probably not going to look anything like you originally envisioned it would that will work, because right now you have beliefs and there's things that you just simply don't know because you haven't gotten life experience to learn yet, that are going to determine and shape what actually works in the future. Because what I've learned about being an entrepreneur is that the majority of the things that I try and that I think will work, 9 times out of 10 they don't. But over the process of trying things out day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, some things work and some things work better than others. And some things just don't work at all. And the key is to keep changing your approach when something doesn't work, learning from what doesn't work, and then try to find a way, because over time, if you've tried a couple thousand things and trying to make your business model work or tweak, you're going to learn a little bit from every little thing you try. And then when you combine all those little things together, in the end, it's all those little bits and pieces of things that kind of worked a little bit over the years. When you combine them all together, you get a huge synergy. Like when you look at my website, between the YouTube videos and the articles and the programming and the way it's designed, the way Facebook is integrated, or LinkedIn or Twitter or these other social networking things, most of the stuff that's made my website the success that it is today didn't even exist when I first got into the business. And that's what's amazing about it. But I learned so much over the years that I put these little bits and pieces in there to make ultimately something that you see now that's working and bringing me the results that I want. And you can achieve those also. So if you find this message of value, please go to the Wibbia toolbar down at the bottom of the screen there and press the PayPal donate button and donate $1 or $5 or $10, whatever you feel is equal to the value that you receive from this video or article if you happen to be watching this and reading it on my website. At the very least, please share this website with your friends and family by either clicking the Facebook like button or the send button, or share it on Twitter or LinkedIn or one of the other social networks. And if you have a question that you'd like to ask me, you can post it in the Facebook comments at the bottom of the screen, or you can send me an email just by clicking the little Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen. And I'll talk to you soon.